Jose Raul Capablanca would definitely have one or two things to say about the current position. The eternal master of the Endgames. Now, this is a situation that happened in a real game to one of my friends and students. I'm pretty sure he's going to get to beat me one of these days at chess. Matthew, that's for you, brother. So he submitted this position and asked me how exactly is white supposed to play and to draw, because you can't force a win here. And with the most correct play, both colors, white and black, it's going to be a draw. And almost instantaneously, I answered him and I tell him, look, if I was white here and it's my turn to play, I would just push immediately h5. And upon further analysis, indeed, that is the case, is one of the moves that black can definitely and confidently push for. Yeah, king e4 and b4 too. But we as humans, we want to, let me go back, we as humans, we want to make sure a move like h5 will not allow any black pawn's activity on the king side, because now g6 is completely unplayable. If they do g6, you're simply going to take, and if the black king steers towards stopping this guy from promoting, we're going to push again, they're going to play, we're going to push, they're going to take, then we're going to get quicker access to attacking the pawn island or the queen side. And after we remove the b6, we push this guy before they actually have time to travel down with the king, remove the pawn, step aside, push this guy and stuff. So tempi work in your favor. Now, pardon for my digression. So h5 here, was it a digression? Of course it was not. It's actually what's required. h5 stops the g6 from happening. Now, the most aggressive move that black could continue here that I can think of is actually this move, h7 to h5, because they may want theoretically to not allow any sort of like b4 from happening. They don't want to allow you that because, of course, then you're going to be losing. So you can't push the pawn. It's catastrophe for white. Now, this is another moment important in the game, in the endgame here, if we want to draw. It comes the concept of the direct opposition when the two kings are separated only by a square. If it's an odd number of squares, we call that distant opposition. But in our position, we've got direct opposition. And white must reply now. With the king move, you can't move any pawns. You can't move any pawns forward because you lose. So it's got to be a king move. And to guarantee the draw, you need to ensure you are going to play the opposition. That means you're going to be the last person to put your king in front of your opponent's king so that you deny them entry. And now let me exemplify. For instance, a move like king e4 is completely reckless. It's very bad. Why? It does allow the black king to get c5 and then further access to b3, targeting forever the b3 white pawn. You are going to be losing at this stage. King e4 catastrophe. And if you play king c3 now, they are going to be winning opposition. So let me play another, willingly, a bad move just to exemplify. If white does c3, the black king is going to play c5. What does that mean? You're going to have to waste the tempo moving the king. You can't move the pawn because if you push, they're going to take and you just toast. You have to move the king, and whatever you choose to play with the king, they will be winning opposition. Okay, eventually they will be placing the king here, and they've got some options. You do not have options. You need to keep the king to defend b3. Let me go back. Apologies, guys. So after this move, no, not g6. After h5, white's turn to play, and we said there is only one correct move for the white king, and that is, dear Matthew and all of you, my friends, I think it's quite instructive, is king to d3. What does king d3 do? King d3 does everything to ensure white draws. Now, you would say the most important move for black now is to still trying to getting access to the b4. I mean, what else? So they go to c5, and now we're winning simply and nicely with king to c3. We're winning the opposition. You don't win the game, but you do win opposition. Now, you being the last person to place the king in front of your opponent's king, that means you deny them entry. Either b4 or d4 are completely not playable, and of course there's a little guy here, and even if he wasn't, they can't move the king, so that's illegal. Just wanted to cover all the options. So they don't have any access to play here, and whatever they try to do, it's not going to work. If they force something, they're going to lose. This one can't be pushed. It's just disaster. So there is no good moves at this stage for black, but let me just continue. I mean, There's just nothing to do. They could push this guy, they could push this guy. It's just, I mean, this is a disaster because now white is going to simply take. So that's not going to work. You're winning. So black at this stage now, they just go back and forth, and you need to make sure the opposition is always in place and served exactly when they provoke you. Okay. So if they go backwards now, you're going to deny them the c5 by, say, you play yourself king to d4. They do this, and you just maintain all the time. You deny them entry. Okay, you don't let the guys, it's white's turn, right? You don't let the guy to getting access. So they go c5, you're going to go c3 again, and that is just simply a draw. So I hope that's obvious for Matthew. I hope it's clear for Matthew and for the rest of our friends. We could discuss this stuff again and retain the idea, my dear friends, the direct opposition, specifically in the endgame, is of capital importance for you to either know if you win or to prevent a loss. Thanks for watching. I hope it wasn't like half an hour of me talking, but I'll see you guys on the next video.